Hi all and welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are going to create this animated border in Figma with only few simple steps. Let's start by creating a new frame, which can be any size you want. It will be the base for our card. Let's call it animated border card and let's change the radius to be 24. Then we want to create a new rectangle that is placed inside the animated border card and make sure that it's aligned to the center and its size is way bigger than the actual frame is. Then select fill and change it to be angular. As you can see, this creates a nice effect for a rectangle that works as a base for our animation. You can play with the colors here so you can see how the effect will actually work. Let's call the rectangle as a gradient border. And then we want to go inside the animated border card frame again and create a new frame inside that. Make sure you give it a fill and then make sure that the radius is set to be 20. Then we want the border stroke to be 4 points, so we want to set the new frame to be positioned 4 points from each side of the original frame. As we can see, we have now the nice gradient border in place, but we can also see that it's facing wrong direction, so we can modify it a bit. So let's flip it horizontally and then remove the rotation out of it. Now it starts to look pretty nice, but when we go to preview, we can see that it's not actually animated yet. Next we are going to create the animation. So what we have to do, let's duplicate the frame for a few times and give the second frame a rotation of 180 degrees. Then we want to go to prototyping mode and connect the first frame in the second frame. Let's use Smart Animate, set the transition to be linear and give it a 3000 milliseconds. This equals to 3 seconds for the animation. And now if you go to preview, it should work, but as you can see it's not working because I forgot to set the after delay to be 1 millisecond, but once we fix that, the animation is working now. The contrast of the border is a bit bad at the moment, so I will just fix that quickly and use some darker color to make it stand out better. Now if we connect the second frame into the first frame with the prototyping tool, we can actually notice that it's not working as intended because it's actually bouncing back. So to fix that, we have to duplicate the animation 2 frame and change the gradient border's rotation to be 179 degrees. This is done because for some reason Figma's rotation tool doesn't actually go all the way to 360, but it rather works in like 2 parts of 180 degrees. I have also the fourth frame set up here, but as you will notice soon, you don't actually need that, so we only need 3 frames for this animation. But then we will go back to the prototyping tool and let's connect the third frame into the first frame again, and again set the after delay to be 1 millisecond and Smart Animate to be linear and 3000 milliseconds. Now if we go back to the preview, we can actually see that it's working as intended now. But we still have to do one more thing to make sure that it actually works nicely in your prototypes. So now we want to select all the frames that are animated and then go to the top menu and press Create Component Set. This way we can utilize this component again and again wherever you need it to be used. Let's give it some name and then let's grab a new frame for our prototype. Then you can navigate to the Assets menu on the top left corner and just drag and drop, and you can just drag and drop the component into your new frame which you want to prototype. Then let's set up the prototype settings. Let's select a device for our prototype and press play, and everything should be up and running now. We have a working animated border gradient with our card now here. And if you want to put some information into the card, you can just select the component and put the information on top of it. After that, select it all, right click and select frame selection. Now we have this cool card that you can easily modify and use wherever you want to use it. That was it. You created the animated border card animation for your prototype in Figma. And if you like this video, like and subscribe and tell in the comments what you would like to see next. And also, if you want to learn how to create this in Framer in no code and put it in use in your actual website, check out the Framer tutorial from the link in the screen.